When I started my Americorps year, I had no idea that a soccer team would teach me so much about life and about myself.
Throughout the year, I made relationships and I became attached to the students.
I had the wonderful opportunity of working with 3 to 5-year-olds and teaching them the basics to get them ready for kindergarten. And I was also able to help students, kindergarten to 5th graders, with their homework.
My Americorps year at Study Circles program occurred during a time where the country exploded. It seemed like every day there was a different racial incident happening.
So being an Americorps member at Study Circles this year has taught me the importance of listening.
At Study Circles, we talk about race, and that is not an easy thing to talk about.
To continually question laws and find ways to amend laws for subjugated groups in the U.S. legal and political system. And that is why I joined Americorps.
Kids need someone who lets them learn through doing. I came into Americorps with the anticipation of coming out a teacher. What I hadn't realized was that part of teaching means that I was responsible for feeding their hunger.
When I joined Americorps, I didn't really know what I was in for. I had plenty of experience in office work, but none in the classroom.
I was a 23-year-old, monolingual, white, middle-class, Jewish comic book devotee and struggling writer from New Jersey that wasn't technically a teacher, teaching at a school where most of the kids, predominantly Latino or Black, were economically disadvantaged.
My first week was great. I spent it preparing lesson plans and thought to myself, I don't have to teach them. I can just show them what I know.
I haven't always been the most committed to community outreach as I am now with Project Change, but I feel like this experience has changed me a lot.
These children taught me how to be a child again. They taught me to live every moment with joy, with lightheartedness, and a sense of wonder and adventure. And so as I close this chapter in my life and I begin a new one, I'm deeply grateful for this Americorps experience.
Dear Mr. Silber, thank you for everything you have done. You the best. Sorry if we are rude sometimes. Smiley face. I miss Comics Club. You helped me get better at writing. Thank you. Your friend, Rosalind.
One of the most important lessons they taught me is commitment. I committed my time, my sweat, and even my tears to those kids. And you know what? It showed.
Over the course of the year, I was able to build bonds with the youth that would just stop by my office just to talk to me on a regular basis. And I would leave those days feeling so refreshed.
For the past year in Americorps, I have been listening to many voices of African American and Latino students who feel marginalized by their school, and I've been listening for their actual needs as opposed to the imposed solutions created by politicians and administrators who don't really understand them.
I wanted to be a person who was there, you could talk to.
George Washington Carver once said, "Education is the key to unlock the golden door of freedom." During my service year, I have learned that in order to unlock the pathway of freedom, you must possess the key. But the education system is a locked door. Some have keys and others have crowbars. That is why I have decided to become a locksmith for change.
I made a change in not just this community, but also in my students' lives. They know that whenever the road gets a bit bumpy, they will always have me to come back to and just talk. And who knows, maybe in 10 years, they'll be up here giving a speech as well.
Everyone in this room has the power to change something in someone else's life, no matter how small it is. As the Nobel Prize-winning Liberian peace activist Leymah Gbowee once said, true empowerment is about relinquishing some of your own power in order to give it to another person.
I learned a lot about myself, what it means to be the kind of person who puts others in front of yourself.
Alienation is a running theme in my life, after all, and it's the theme of a lot of great stories. But the real story of my year with Americorps is not ultimately a story of alienation. It's a story of how I made a difference in a child's life.